Hello! I'm just advertising the stream. Hello, how you doing? How you doing, WJ? How you doing, Emoto Ayumi? Oh gosh. What? There you go, sorry, random noises. I need to advertise a stream. The last models from the Armageddon box. The last model, there's only 3 models left. The War Trap.
How's my favourite girl?
Hello, Anthony. Hello, Blair Boris. How are you both doing? I'm doing okay-ish. I'm no longer on cat sitting duty, so I'm a bit happy-ish. I got my freedom. And I had a sausage omelette. I had to eat a bit quickly, but I had a sausage omelette. If you've never had a sausage omelette before, oh my gosh, it's so tasty. Sausage and egg go really well together. Who knew? Who knew? As well as in cat sitting duty, I'm like, I don't have a lot of food in. We've got sausages. We've got frozen sausages. Richmond sausages. Because I love my Richmond sausages. And I was like, okay, I'll eat some of these. So I cooked some, I cooked 6 up in the air fryer. Very delicious with some chips. And then I have chips, carrots and sausage one day. For the next day, I'm like, what do I do with the other 3 sausages? And I'm like, oh, I'll just throw them into an omelette. I'll just cut them into slices. I was originally going to have them in pasta, but then I was like, I can't be bothered with pasta. I'll just have an omelette. I'll just have an omelette. And he's like, oh, so tasty with some paprika and some pepper and some chives and some salt and some parsley and some tomato ketchup. Yeah. Tasty sausage and egg. It is amazing. Especially when you fry it up. It's like, oh, yeah. Although it turns out the pan I used for it was absolutely awful and needed to put like oil in it or something. It doesn't have its stainless steel coating on. Just give me my knee below a minute. Oh, so for a moment my parents arrived back in the, well, not back in the country. The moment they arrived back home, it started raining. Which is hilarious. The entire time they've been gone, no rain at all. As soon as they come back, rain. And now it's cool enough for me to wear gloves again. Hi, K-Trax, the amount of people that I know. Oh yeah, Lehman Russ. Lehman Russ is your favourite boss. Well, I meant like who's your favourite boss in the Armageddon box. But Lehman Russ sucks. Lehman Russ the worst boss. No, I'm joking. Lehman Russ is fine. The amount of people I know that bought the Armageddon box is higher than it should be. I'm not one of them. I bought the new Grey Slayer from Major Minis. No idea what that is. The Armageddon box is cool. You get like 1,500 points of models for... That's almost £1 per minute per point. Not £1 per point. It's almost a penny per... Actually, that's less than a penny per point. There's less than a penny per point in this box. That's how good it... I mean, if you buy it full price. If you buy it at the 20% discount. Yeah. So, it's a cool box. I'm definitely going to get the introductory sets, I've decided. I've been going through my armies, slowly converting each one to 10th edition, to 11th edition. In New Recruit. And I'm halfway through all my Templars at the moment. The guy who owns Major Minis is a LawTuber who's Australian. Oh. No idea. There we go. There we go. Like, let me turn on my air conditioner because it is starting to get warm now. My computer's doing stuff. Let's go to hand. I got gloves on because it's cool enough to wear gloves again. Yeah. And you don't have to get blinded. I mean, well, these things on here. The issue is it's so bright today. Like, the natural light is just really hard to counter. Like, it just reflects so well off stuff. I could close my curtains, but And I could turn this light off, I guess. Oh no, it's still really bright. I even changed the settings. Like, I thought I'll lower the, try lowering the explore. It's difficult. It's this camera. It's a very cheap camera. I got the camera including, like, it comes with an entire stand and stuff and its own software and a light and focusing buttons. It's a pretty cool camera all in all. It's really compact. But it's like 100 quid. I think I might have got it less than 100 quid. And as far as cameras go, that's really cheap. Especially considering it comes with its own standard stuff. So the issue is, it's just like when it comes to like the darks, they're often too dark. And the light parts are often too light. So it's glovies. We got glovies on. And I've even got these gloves. It makes me look less thin. I mean, I still look thin, but I don't look as thin. Because, you know, there's this little room here. But if we go to new recruit. Oh, so we're going to find out what's coming out next week. Exodites next week. Take my money. I don't have much left. Just take my... I'm really trying to avoid buying stuff, so I'm not going to get any of the new custody stuff. I'm not going to get the new Arc Truck immediately. I'm not getting the new Centaurs immediately. I decided I'm not getting any new guard stuff, except some... Actually, I'm not going to get any new guard stuff, even there's one squad I need to get, partly just so I can fill out... It's for conversion purposes. It's not guardsman, it's actually the... Begins with S. Not sanctuary. Sanctifiers. Yeah, the sanctifiers, yeah. To convert my guardsman with. But I'm going to wait until we get a points update because I feel like the current points up is not tenable. It's really hard to do my list. But yeah, I've been going through new recruit and updating stuff from this is 10th edition. Change it to 11th edition. I basically just been going down with everything. The issue is let me get for another one. We can look. I should be doing it on my computer. It's really difficult trying to convert from across my phone because on my computer I can just do this. And then I can just click across the two, so I can be like, hey, here's my mechanic. Here's my Astra Militarum. My entrenched list, 2,000 points, which is basically my infantry list. Originally, I had a Psyker in here and a Commissar to go with the Psyker because, you know, you need a Commissar and a Psyker to get... Did you know Commissars? I forgot this, but Commissars, when they executed someone, it used to be the highest leadership model. And if you had an ally who was like Space Marines and they failed a leadership test, you could suddenly kill the chapter master just because your Commissar's too close to them. I don't think it was even a thing like you can do, but no, it was you have to. It's like, yeah, well, that wasn't good. Well, as you can see, you got loads of dudes in here who used to be 120 points. Now go over here to the entrenched. Blooming 145 points. Hate it. Why did the city go up in points? What the heck? Where did those points come from? Oh, I know why. It's because this is broken. If you look at the bombast field guns over here, for 130 points, it should only be 110. Because it's forcing me to pay 20 points per bombast gun. It should be 10 points. Or something like that. Yeah, it should be 10 points. I think it's 80 points of field ordnance normally. And then you pay 10 points for each. Oh, it's either 5 points. For heavy weapons teams, they're fine. But again, it's showing 10 points for heavy flamer when I think it's actually 5 points for a heavy flamer. So some of the points are wrong. So that's over here. 40 points over here that it's given me that it shouldn't be. Are there any other weapons? I swear there's another unit over here somewhere that's being overcosted. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, there's 60 points over here that it's charging me that I shouldn't be being charged for. It will get fixed. I think about putting Tempestus Science into the list. But yeah, as you can see, I actually got rid of one of the Acadian shock troops in here. I can get rid of the Tempestus Science, and that will mean I'll have 25 points spare. And I think this squad I do have an enhancement on. Yeah, I think that's the only one I've got. So I can get like a spare commissar, I guess, to lead them. To lead a squad. I've given them designation task force. For signal flares. Oh no, not designation task force. I wanted to go bridgehead strike. Yeah, if I go bridgehead strike and keep the Tempestus Science in the list, then I can at least use the bridgehead strike rules. I've given them +1 to hit and stuff. Hi, Nano Fate. How you doing? How's everyone doing? I hope you're doing well. So, I don't know what I'm doing here with this list. It's just so annoying. But this is the list I need the Sanctifiers for. And I don't like having Tempestus Science over here. Like, do you know, Stormtroopers. Because this is meant to be entrenched. Right, I guess what I could do is I could go for Abhuman Auxiliaries. For no other reason, then it gives the Commissars the ability to go first rank fire, second rank fire, which should include Commissar Graves over here, who they've still not fixed and given her officer keyword. But I guess I would have 30 points spare to get a Commissar and put it into this squad. Well, this squad. I can't reposition them. So yeah, it sucks. It sucks. Ratlings, no. I want half the points for Ratlings. So the reason I want to get the third squad, partly because I'm entrenched. There's just loads and loads of dudes in this army. I'm not evil. Hi, Sparky. I'm good. Picked up some ice cream. Nice. We've got like a freezer where we had a freezer full of ice cream, but I've been eating it. Like, I wake up in the morning feeling like Pete. No, I don't feel like him. TikTok on the cloud. You did. Sorry. It's like I can't say wake up in the morning without just getting a random Kesha song stuck in my head. Which now I can't sing out loud because.
Some say she's the evilest in the world. Nobody is more evil than her.
No, Cuptle, you're more evil than me. You're every day you're like, I wanna burn down the world. And I'm like, go burn down the world, Cuptle. If you're wondering why it's so hot recently, Cuptle's been setting fire to the sun. So yeah, it's made the sun a lot hotter. Had a freezer full of ice cream, yep. It was gone after a single day of unsupervised cookdown. Kind of. I mean, 10 days of unsupervised cookdown. But it's basically every day waking up, feeding the cats, making sure they've got stuff, taking out one of the cats out for a walk in the burning heat of the morning sun. So then I'm like, so I just take an ice cream with me. I'm like, nom, 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 nom. And then I let my cat have a couple of licks of it. And by ice cream, it's a Mars bar ice cream. A Mars bar! Have you ever had a Mars bar ice cream? They're delicious. The Twix ones are also okay, but they're smaller and just as many calories because they're filled with little biscuit bits. I'm not a big fan of the Twix ones, partly because they're smaller and just as many calories. Not that I need to watch calories. Cuptle is a kaiju. That's his instincts. You just need a deep fried Mars bar deep fried ice cream, deep fried Mars bar, deep fried Mars bar ice cream. Yeah. So yeah, so one of the things is that I have one box of sanctifiers. I use some of them for my dark commune unit, but then I used for others for replacing some models in here. And if I get one more box of sanctifiers, I had exactly enough models to fill out the special weapons and sergeants in all these squads, except this one. This one's different. And then also use one of them as a primary psyker, and then get a commissar. So I was gonna do that, but so if I still want to do that, I still want to go full units. I've got 3 artillery teams. I have one Catachan heavy weapon, well, Cadian heavy weapon team. I'm just going to use it as Catachan though, because I want it as a tank hunting unit. And as much as when it comes to whether something's listed as Cadian or Catachan, basically, if all your heavy weapon teams, your Cadian heavy weapon teams, you just use as Catachan heavy weapon teams and just use them as Catachan. You don't need to WYSIWYG at all with it. It's like if you just build all of your Cadians as Catachans, so you actually give them flamethrowers and stuff, then just use them as Catachans. Just don't have a bunch of normal Cadians and a second bunch of normal Cadians, and one of them's going to be Catachans and one of them's going to be normal. It's going to be hard to tell. Unless you paint like all of the heads of one of them. Oh, actually, yeah, if you want to do Cadian conscripts, you could always do them as Catachans, I guess. That could be interesting. Or the other way around. So basically, if you just make them all white shields and actually Catachans. You can do something like that. It doesn't have to be modelled. It could just be everyone who has a red lasgun is a Catachan. Everyone who has a blue lasgun is... Like a red lasgun and red helmet is a Catachan. Blue lasgun and blue helmet is a Krieger. And everyone who's just got green lasgun and green helmet, that's Cadian. You can do stuff like that if you want to. Obviously that requires you to paint them. But yeah, I'm just going to be using my Cadian heavy weapon teams as Catachan. I'm already converting them anyway, so might as well. I already have I actually have 5 field ordnance batteries. And I already have the 2 Krieg heavy weapon squads, so... Yeah. Oh. I also already have 3 Cadian... Actually, I have 4. I have Commissar Graves on foot. I have Ursula Creed. I have the 3 priests. I don't have a commissar. I need to get another commissar for that. But yeah. I don't have the Catachan jungle fighters. But I feel like the Catachan jungle fighters are perfect for Commissar Graves.
Crunk is my favourite war boss.
Crunk! Who's Crunk? Never heard of him. But yeah, if you go with it, Commissar Graves. And, oh no, Verificate. Actually, if I go over this beast. Here we go. So, feast. Holy peyote. So, here we go. While this model is leading a unit, melee weapons have sustained hits. Commissar Graves has a brutal discipline. They're eligible to shoot and declare a charge in turn they fell back, which is amazing. That's amazing because the
lever,
first
Crunk.
turn of
Wrong lever.
Crunk, wrong lever. No. Oh my gosh, I'm just imagining like a Big Mac asking a war boss to like pull the lever, Crunk. Oh my gosh, Crunk the war boss. And his big men. Not Yzma as a mech. Yzmek instead of Yzma. Pull the lever, Crunk. Wrong lever. The Gargant's head just falls off. I actually read a book called War Boss, and a big plot point of that book is that someone pulls the wrong lever and it just makes a Gargant's head fall off. It's hilarious. Yeah, if you want to read a very funny book, well, kind of funny, War Boss. War Boss is just hilarious. But yeah, so these guys on the first round of combat, no, that's orders. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Jungle Fighters, yeah, first round of combat. So basic, if a turn they charge or they get charged, they get +1 to wound. The priest gives you sustained hits. Commissar Graves allows you to declare a charge of a turn you fall back, meaning you can always have the first round of combat. Yeah, you always get that +1 to wound. But then combine it with Commissar Graves, who's like, okay, she gets 5 attacks that hit on 2s, now with sustained hits. Turn 6, AP -2, +1 to wound, damage 2. For Guardsman, that's insane. Like, she goes, hey, that's a very nice dreadnought you've got over there. Would be a shame if a Guardsman comes over, hits on 2s, gets sustained hits. So that means I'm getting on average 5 hits. Wounds on 4s, AP -2, damage 2. However, you know, everyone else comes in with like the Vindicate to get him 3 attacks, hits on 4, sustained hits, rerolling to hit, strength 5. Would mean it wounds on 6s, but that goes up to 5s, or down to 5s, whatever. -1, damage 2. However, those guys are meh. I mean, they're surprisingly potent melee threat, which is hilarious. I think Commissar Graves can just execute people to make sure we never battle shot. And then she can actually, with the abhuman thing, because she's technically a commissar, like, does she have a keyword commissar? Let's check. She doesn't actually have a keyword commissar, so she doesn't get it. Oh no. Oh no. I hope I give her the keyword. Oh, see, if you look here, she doesn't have a keyword officer, meaning that although she does have orders, she can't issue any orders. By the way, if it does allow her to get first rank fire, second rank fire, that gives a bit more utility to Captain Jungle Fighters. Oh yeah, but she does get to do the fixed bayonet, so they can go to be hitting on 3s with sustained hits. So yeah, that's why I want for Jungle Fighters anyway. And I don't want to put abhumans in. If I were to get ratlings, I don't think I'd actually use proper ratlings. The main reason being is because these guys are the serfs of my Templars. And while my Templars are nicer than, you know, your average Black Templar, like just because they're fighting alongside ratlings, they're not going to think anything about it. But they're not just going to put ratlings on their ships and be like, hey, you're our serfs now. You fight with us. Same with Ogons, which is why I'm avoiding putting both in these armies. So, yeah. I guess I can get rid of Legacy side armor over here. But yeah, just waiting for these to be fixed. But it's very difficult. Very difficult. My cavalry army, I'm feeling a bit more happy about though. Partly because they didn't see much change. They use recon squads. They knew, what's it called? They use armored infantry and bridgehead. Wait, did they use bridgehead? Oh yeah, they're using bridgehead strike. At first I was going to give them reconnaissance. But then I found out, if we look over here, this is something that's super cool. Faction packs, Imperial Guardsmen, not up here, Astra Militant, that's it. If we look at Bridgehead Strike, oh yeah, we do have Tempestus Aquilians of a cavalry army. It's mostly horses. Mostly horses, but we do have Aquilians, and we have Cassican, because they come in for horses boxes. Yeah, oh yeah, so abhuman auxiliaries, the commissars, can do the take aim order. Yeah, all of these things here are useless in that army. But I can do take aim, which is the most useful out of all of those things. At first I was going to go with designated task force so they can do a +3 detection range and do these cool things. But then I realised that this entire army does not care about detection range. Half of them just want to be in melee with you. I.e., I tell them Rough Riders. They're deep striking next to you, or they're just going up right next to you with their centaurs and rapid firing. If they don't care about detection range in the slightest. So I'm like, this is useless. This is useless for my reconnaissance army because Who needs it? I mean, I guess some of these things are useful. Plus the detection range just isn't useful. The reactionary move is the most useful part of this. Oh yeah, and we basically get to use the smoke stratagem twice in a turn because of some smoke. And you can give some stuff infiltrators, but that's not really needed, especially now you can't infiltrate and scout. And being able to do an ingress move early on. Oh, it requires platoon, and not a lot of the units in here are actually platoon. If we go up to the Bridgehead Strike, yeah, we don't get to use this stuff. And we don't get to use this stuff on Vicasikin. But there is one good thing for Vicasikin. And we can't use any of these things because we don't have any officers. But if you look here, regiment units, you can inflict... Oh yeah, I love this one. Have you seen on my position? Roll a d6. Oh yeah, if your enemy's in combat with you during the charge phase, roll 1d6 for each enemy unit engaged with your unit. On a 2+, it suffers d6 martyr wounds, and then you suffer 3d3 martyr wounds. It's like, it's hilarious. It's like, yes, I'm gonna lose my recon squad to your Chaos Space Marines, but we gotta at least do d6 wounds to you. Which is, and that's before they even get to fight the enemy, which I find hilarious. And if they like charge you with multiple units, you can just really punish them for that. So basically it's just saying, hey, just bombard my position with everything you've got. I'm just imagining like Abaddon just charging an Imperial Guardsman, like a single squad of guardsmen. And it's like, okay, roll the dice. 2+, you take d6 martyr wounds. 6 martyr wounds! We took out Abaddon! Okay, they take 3d3 martyr wounds on my squad. Okay, all that's left is my sergeant. But we took out Abaddon! Yay! But also, it's like over here, you can do this on a Cassican unit, and that's super good. Basically, all of your hotshot weapons gets +1 strength and AP if they're within 12 inches of the enemy. So that's going to be it's 2 CP, but that's going to be super useful. Like, because it makes them strength 4 AP -2. It's AP -2, isn't it? Shot last gun, yeah. AP -2 on all of their weapons. Oh, it actually gives you more reason to use a hotshot volley gun, actually. Might do that instead of a plasma, because plasma's now a bit threatening to be using. And also, you've got Fenfist, which we can't use, but we can use them for Aquilians. But yeah, so we got 2 very useful stratagems here, and then this can be used for Aquilians. So yeah. But one thing I really want to show you guys. I can't remember if I showed you the other day. 11th edition. I figured out, what if we just use 3 1-point detachments of the Adeptus Mechanicus? 3 1-point detachments. It's absolutely hilarious. That's what it is. Because, so Adeptus Mechanicus are already scary in 11th because it goes, this unit ignores cover, this unit ignores cover. Also, they've got precision and all sorts of cool weapons. What else ignores cover? Oh yeah, this unit of Fusiliers ignores cover when fish targeting vehicles, and each one's armed with a last cannon, so... well, a half-range last cannon, effectively. So yeah, it's really not something you want to fight against. We also have doing actions while shooting and stuff and advancing with the servitor battle clades and ignoring cover. But yeah, with having all 3 of the 1-point detachments in this army, What this means is these raiders all have lone operative. 15 inches. So you're not going to target them even if they're not hidden. Castellan robots. Yeah, these Castellan robots, yeah, they can walk through walls. The Onaga June Crawler doesn't do anything special, actually. But what else is there? I can't remember too well. Oh yeah, we got a Tech Beast Dominus over here. What does he do? He's in for Cataphons Destroyers, and I realised, thanks to 11th edition, the Plasma Destroyers are actually good. Because it's like, okay, I'm going to put my Dominus in this unit. They all get Feel No Pain 5+. Oh, I'm taking, I fail my hazardous tests. I only take 1 wound, and I can feel no pain it. Yay! Before it used to basically every fail was just one of these guys is gone. But now you can feel no pain it, and they've got 3 wounds each. Oh, it's so beautiful. And the Tech Beast Dominus can fire his blooming devastating wounds. Strength 11, AP -2, damage D3 +2, 3 shots, weapon, hits on 2s. Yeah, this is pretty devastating. Oh yeah, and the Tech Priest also has 4+ Feel No Pain. And... No, where is it? Where is it? There's something going on here. Oh no, it's 5+ Feel No Pain. All of the Tech Priests in the unit. Yeah. They all have a 4+ Invulnerable save now, all of my Tech Priests. All of them are 5+ and Feel No Pain. Every single Tech Priest can also force battle shotgun to the enemy. Or, you know, just shoot and stay hidden. Because, you know, that's fun. Oh yeah, we can also increase your detection range. So, you know, you're not going to be... We can stay hidden. We can have lone operative. You can't. We're not allowing you to have any of that stuff. And then what does this guy do? Oh yeah, and then with the Fulbright things, I can just return D3 models every single turn. With this unit over here. Also, they get 4+ Feel No Pain. And they return D3 models every single time they fight. And then just to top it all off, I'm getting these 5. Oh yeah, we're getting these 5 last cannon attacks that just... It's fun. Rerolling to hit with them. Oh yeah, thanks to Folia Gould and Arturia and all of these different stratagems here. I can basically just shoot and do everything. I can shoot and do actions. I can shoot and charge. I can advance and charge and shoot. I can fall back and advance, charge and shoot. It's just absolutely... This is the most screw you in particular army I've ever seen outside of that one Deathwatch army I made. Like it's... Oh yeah, and here's one thing. Select one visible enemy unit. Yeah, just ignore cover on it now. Yeah, some of these stratagems I can't actually make use of, unfortunately. Yeah, do actions and shoot. I do advance and fallback moves and shoot. No, do a fallback move and you can shoot and charge. Do -1 AP on the enemy. Hi, Dr. Smilex. How are you doing? And then what's this over here? Electro Priest, reroll to hits and wounds. So, oh yeah, there's a bunch of reactionary moves and stuff I can do. Like, where is it? I was pretty sure there's a reactionary move somewhere here. Oh no, there's not. I'm thinking of something else. Oh no, that's a guardsman, yeah. So yeah, this is just such a mean list. You're doing good. Nice. Don't worry about being late. But yeah, so I've been just going through here, just trying to get things sorted out, trying to figure things out. With most of the lists, I've been able to add more stuff into the army. I'm afraid of actually finalising any of my arc lists, though, because the new codex makes me think all of the arcs are going to go massively up in points. Because they're scary. We're building a war boss today. We've only got 3 models left to build. Actually, technically, I have another squad of 10 boys. But as I said, I was going to do them off stream. So, yeah. We got these moves. We got the boys we built yesterday. If we got time, I'll do the rest of the 10 boys on stream. And we got the grots. We got the grots. I don't really think I'm going to convert for much. And then we can see these guys. Oh gosh, that's got I've not cut this down very well, have I? I've not really bothered too much with trying to move the mold lines. The mold lines are faint enough. But yeah. I'm happy enough with my Imperial Knights. I'm just doing a bit of point shuffling. Oh yeah, the Imperial Knights was one of the things that I had to definitely do some point shuffling for. My Black Templars, Sephenists I've done so far, for the most part, I've been able to put extra stuff into them. Some of them, for instance, the Plasma Battle Line I decided, get rid of a Derrideo Dreadnought. Half the size of both of the Incursor squads. No, they're not Incursors. Inceptor squads, that's it. So for Graphis with jump packs and plasma gun pistols. Yeah, just half at both of them. And then I added in a second sword weapon squad, a Castellan, and a Execrator into the list. And then added in a second Repulsor Executioner. So, but I also moved for Death Watch veterans. It's partly because of the new wave that they do for 1-point detachments. So I was like, okay, I definitely want to use the Anvil Siege Force because it gives me +1 to wound with my plasma guns if they stay still, which is amazing because otherwise we don't have a lot of very reliable anti-tank in the list.
I'd sink my sword into the last cupcake and kill off this wretched race of confectionery cretins.
No, don't do that. YouTube actually censored that. That's how bad it was. No, cupcakes are friends, Cuptle. Question, why should I use magnets on my Chaos Knight when there's a lot of space? Why should you use them? People use magnets on the Chaos Knights to... It depends. With Knights themselves, it's not too hard just to build it, so you can just use friction to keep the parts in place. So you can just take one arm off and replace it with another arm. So if you want to plasma one, you can have plasma. If you want for volcanic one, you can have a volcanic one. If you want for your abominant, you can turn it into an abominant. That's most of the things that people talk about magnetizing, so you can swap bits out. So you can change what knight it is. So instead of having 5 knights, you can have 1 knight, but it can be any knight you need. There's a lot of space for super glue. So that's the main reason. The other reason is for like what I did with my knights. I magnetized them so I can break them in half. And I can take them off their bases. And that's predominantly for storage purposes and for transportation purposes. Oh my gosh, the sun came out for clouds again. You can tell when the sun comes out for clouds, it makes this entire... Like, you'd think it wouldn't be. I'm on the opposite side of the windows. I'm in a little nook that has, like... I've got a wardrobe just over here that's blocking some of the window. Then I'm got my big chair and me in the way of the light, yet still it gets so bright when the sun comes out. It's insane. I like the Abominant, but I will place the tentacles for a drill. Oh, I like the Abominant as well. The Abominant's cool. So yeah. Oh yeah, so I wanted for Anvil Siege Force for my plasma battle line army, because everything that can have plasma has plasma, but that means we lack a lot of anti-tank capability. But plasma guns with +1 to wound when you got 10 of them is insane. And now we're only taking 1 wound when we take our mortal wounds on hazardous. Now, I originally thought it did ruin it. I've realised I can't fix it. I don't know how to fix it. So, with the way that they've done support now, apparently I can't have both a lieutenant and an apothecary in the same squad anymore. So before, what I used to do is I used to have a lieutenant lead the squad, and the apothecary has a special ability saying it can join the same squad as a lieutenant. But accordingly, they can't do that anymore since they both got changed to support. I'm hoping they can. I'm hoping there'll be an update and it can be fixed, because it
Would
does
an
say
onion knight be a
specifically
sinister-looking figure to the conjurer?
The Onion Knight is a sinister-looking figure. Destroy the Onion Knight! Go, Cuptle, destroy the Onion Knight for me! Set fire to his house! Oh, great Cupcat to a painting pot. What is... I'm telling you my wisdom. So yeah, I don't know what to do, because originally what I would have is I'd have 30 Hellblasters, each one of the 3 squads, led by a lieutenant so they can get lethal hits, and by an apothecary. So it's like, oh, I just lost one of my dudes to hazardous. I'm going to bring him back. Yay! So now I'm a bit like, oh, I want both of them. I think if I have to choose, I'd rather take the apothecary. But the lieutenant also allowed them to have some melee threat. And now I don't know what to do with the extra 120 points spare. So it's like, I know, I need to just like, I suddenly need to go to the little cupcake room. So Abby. Hello, Smash! Oh no, the stream gone? No, the stream's not gone. I don't think. Did the stream die? But I'm back. I'm back. Where we go? Get another glove on. But what are we doing today? Yeah, I have no idea. I'm hoping that the app will update to be like, no, apothecaries can still join the same squads as lieutenants. Like, it would make sense for a captain, apothecary, and a lieutenant to all be in the same squad. Boxes. 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 What, we came here not just to see me talking about the random new stuff, but we wanted to see the new captain and the new. So I'm going to. Part of my looking at all the new stuff did help me figure out. Wait, where's my other 50mm base? I'm pretty sure.
I wanted to see a new cupcake.
I want to see a new cupcake. A new cupcake? What do you mean you want to see a new cupcake? Oh, wait a minute. I can do this. I can kind of show you a new cupcake. If we go over here. It's not that new. Oh, I did. You can't see me. Hi. We did the, I did the schedule yesterday. We're doing painting, but corn cupcake. Yeah. Blood Bowl theme. I don't know what I'd do. Hi, Severin. Corn cake. Yeah. Why am I a cat again? I just stopped being a cat. Severin, why? No. Smash. There we go. But I'm going to turn this dude. I know I'm doing this. I'm going to turn him into a marshal for my... he's actually meant to be the first castellan. The first of it. He's referred to as the first of the first. And what that means is he leads my... Well, he doesn't lead. He's in the first detachment with the Lord Marshal, and he will be a marshal inside that. Let's say he'll be a marshal, technically not a marshal. Okay, this will be... It actually seems like it could be difficult to convert. He's got one shoulder molded into this body part here with a cape. I could cut it off, and I could cut off this entire arm. I don't think I have a left arm with a plasma pistol, because that's what I need to give him. I need to give him a plasma pistol. I guess I could give him a combi weapon. Zidane is never further than 2 seconds away from making Cup a cat. It's true. Hi, Coffee and Hobby. How are we all? We're doing well, I hope. I mean, I'm doing well-ish. My tummy is a bit meh.
Arnie the Blade of Terror.
Arnie the Blade of Terror. Arnie the Blade of Terror. Is that what you want to call this, dude? If I put it an exclamation mark in my phone, it auto-completes the Cupcat. No! That's horrendous. That's evil. That's so evil. I could give him a combi weapon. Combi weapons might be good again. Let's go. So is this for special weapons? No, that's chaos. That's a guardsman. That's cape. Well, we don't need the cape here. That's spare heads, but I like the heads that it gives me. Those are just standard weapons. Yes, standard weapons. And special weapons. Here we go. I also need my shoulder pads out. Where's my shoulder pads? No, those are normal shoulder pads. Those are special graphis shoulder pads. Those are other graphis shoulder pads. Okay, here we go. Black Templar shoulder pads.
Combi, when you want to flip your enemy off in 2 ways.
Yeah. Exactly. Now, this arm is a right arm, so it could go here in place of. And that works actually. Plasma. Now, the issue is, I don't know if it would actually be allowed a plasma gun. I think it should be allowed to be a plasma gun one. Hopefully. Yeah, we could go with the official sword. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's go for the mostly build it as intended, I think. Just do a little, because it is a really cool model. If we just swap out the shield for a combi weapon. And give him a new shoulder pad. Do we want to go with? I was going to go with the new Screamer skull. Screamer helm, sorry. Do I need the light on again, maybe? To do this, I might be able to get it to focus. Yeah, the new Screamer helm, because it's cool, because it's also got the laurels and the Screamer faceplate. There are a few options, though. I could also replace the sword if I wanted to with a Black Templar sword. Actually, it might not be too difficult to replace the sword arm. Because I could cut the sword arm off here. And I would still be able to have the stick another arm under this shoulder pad. That could be good. So I have a sword weapon style head like this with a cool thing. I have just a standard Screamer helm. I have unhelmeted heads, obviously. And then I've got another one of these ones that goes across like that. Let's look at the other head options we've got access to. I could use one of the unhelmeted heads from the Custodies with this thing on. Mohawk helmet. Mohawk helmet. I also could give him a hood from the Dark Angels. That could be cool. Got another Laurel's helmet. I've got another sword weapon helmet with the sort of iron halo on it. Is that a sword weapon? It might be an Emperor's Champion one, actually. Or something. I don't know. Judicia head. You know what, Cupcon? All of them. I can't give him all of them. We can try testing what each helmet is like, mind you. Let me go through my sword arms again. I could actually give him any sword I wanted to because he's a martial, so I could give him pretty much any power weapon and just say, well, it's a mastercrafted power weapon. So it works. Two-handed sword. I don't think I'll be able to fit a two-handed sword under here. Nah. wouldn't work. I could fit it under, it's just going to look weird. Let's bring this a bit further forward so you can see what I'm actually doing when I'm at the edge of the screen. Ooh, that's cool. Still, here's the issue. The issue I have with the sword he actually comes with is it is a bit of a short blade. That being said, is this any longer? Well, yeah, it's a little longer. We need him to compensate for something. I lost so Mark arm helmet. Mohawk. Maybe. We got a couple of Mohawk helmets. There's options. Ooh, two-handed sword. Again, I don't think this is going to look nice here. Yeah. It's not going to look good with that done. Ooh. I could replace his sword with a spear. Got another Templar sword here. Now this one's cool because it does have words on it. What does it say on it? It says... Bestias Mars? I'm guessing it says Bestias Mars. Yeah, Bestias Mars. Hi, Nana. Wait. Got a stack hacks. Oh, said hi to you. Got a stack. We could try stacking hats. Hi. There you go. Big old hammer. No, I'm saving that hammer for somebody else. I could give him 2 swords. That could be hilarious. Could give him a lightning claw from Chaos. Chaos lightning claw. That could actually look pretty cool. Who says it has to be chaos? I mean, there's nothing chaotic about this lightning claw, really. It's got a lightning pattern on it, but it's literally called a lightning claw. What's wrong with that? I got a spear. We could give him spear. Chaos. Okay, shit, it's on for old Rapticate. Could give him an axe. An axe is a little boring. The positions of this arm change at how it looks. I guess not too much. That could actually be cool. Where's the cape? The main issue of just cutting off the shoulder pad is obviously we've got the entire cape to deal with anyway.
Cuptle believes in the chaos, not the corpse god.
No, Cuptle doesn't believe in chaos. Cuptle believes in pancake supremacy. And as a result, Cuptle has to be punished every day for believing such terrible lies. Yeah, it could go like this. That could be fun. So my options are big old
Cuptle
lightning
is chaos.
Cuptle is not chaos. Stop forcing Cuptle to say terrible, terrible lies. Wait a minute. I got a different plasma gun. It's a melter combi, sorry, not plasma. Ooh, there's a giant sword here. Wait. I like the giant sword. I like the giant sword. Oh, okay, so I've got my different weapon options here. Now let's put the other stuff. Let's put the losers. The losers away. What does a giant sword actually say on it? Custom. No. Mortis is the second word. First word is Isis Mortis. So there we go. Now we can cut off this arm. No. Be careful. I don't want to do the wrong.
Cuttle is the third head of the Hydra, Hydra Dominatus Cupcon.
No. That's all lies. Cuptle would never. Cuptle would never. If Cuptle is Alfarius, you know. If that was true, you know, Alfarius always lies. And as a result, that would be a lie. And you know, it was a lie, then it can't be true. Hi, Night Parade. They're trying to turn Cuptle against me. But Cuptle would never. Cuptle would never. Cuptle is too beautiful for this world. There we go. Oh gosh, that was way too much colour it turned out. I don't want to melt all of this. There we go. So now I've removed the arm. I can re-stick the arm back on if needs be. If I decide I don't like the other options. Like here it is. I can always just stick it on. Arm. Or we can go with a bomb. Look at that. Oh, it's so cool. How does it actually look under there? It's not too bad, actually. Other options include big old lightning claw, just like the High Marshal himself. Although, you know, it's a bit of a gap there. Then we have using this arm. Now this one would make more sense with some green stuff. The green stuff would be more hidden, so... that could work. How would this arm look? If we go for the robed one...
One of my favorite theories is that Alpharius and his sons are still loyal. However, since they are the best at deception, the Emperor assigned
them to infiltrate the traitors and sabotage them. Honestly, could be very true. There is also the idea that each of the Primarchs that fell, basically the Emperor knew that a bunch of Primarchs would fall, and he had to make sure the right Primarchs fell and the right ones didn't fall. And with the exception of Magnus, basically, and possibly Horus, he might have not wanted Horus to fall, but the rest of them were like, yeah, I can afford to lose these sons, the rest of them. Gutterman, Dawn, Fulton. We need them to live and to serve. The Lion, we cannot win if he falls. Now, there's a big gap there. We can deal with the gap there. My war bond is waist deep in chaos. Yeah. I imagine, like with anything, like a lot of the Alpha Legions will be corrupted, but some of them might have avoided corruption in the end. It's like anything with chaos. Sometimes you plan to deceive it, sometimes you plan to use it. Doesn't matter what you plan. In the end, chaos always gets you. I think this sword could look good, even with that gap there. The main issue is the gap between the two parts of the shoulder pad. I don't like that. Where's my glue? I need more glue on this. So you say your warband is still very loyal? I mean, the Imperium itself is kind of waist deep in chaos at this moment, so potentially. Ooh, there is a bit of an issue though with using this one. Right, this wants to go there. Oh, it might block the swords a bit. Again, I can always put the other swords back on. If needs be. Also, just because you're being completely corrupted by chaos doesn't necessarily mean you've actually lost your loyalty to the Imperium and the Emperor. Right circumstance, I still think you could have a fully corrupt Chaos Space Marine still work, you know. You're like, nah, my loyalties remain with the Emperor. They shall steal the Emperor. I'm pretty sure there is already a chaotic person trying to steal the Emperor and the Golden Throne in the Eisenhorn series. So that's not as crazy as it sounds, apparently. I should have put this on second, not first. Oh, whatever. Move this down. There we go. Yeah. So there we go. There's the body. Just clean up where I've done put too much glue on. Okay, can this still fit on now that we've removed the... No, it cannot. With all those extra bits on. What about this thing? Is this good? Green stuff up that gap. The Soul Drinker chapter were corrupted by chaos, but some of them stayed loyal despite mutating. A loyal chapter master became part spider. Ooh. And many of those corrupted by chaos still think they're trying to help humanity, not just themselves. In some cases, they don't think they're helping themselves at all. It's all about humanity for them. And setting humanity on its defined path. There you go. We got the combi weapon. We could have a lightning claw under here still. With that shield, it's basically blocking the underarm, so any green stuffing I do isn't going to actually be too bad. What do you think? Lightning claw or giant sword? Both of them are ridiculously cool, so... Oh, darn, I'm getting glue everywhere. So, lightning claw. Just like his boss, the Lord Master has a giant claw as well. It's much bigger than that, but still. The Lord Marshal, sorry. Oh, actually, I think this is coolest. It's got like little skulls going on.
I'm contemplating getting a chihuahua, but it'll probably eat the cat crap.
Oh gosh, Chihuahuas require a lot of work. They might be small, but they have a lot of energy, from what I've heard. They're also quite vicious. They're not necessarily friendly. Chihuahuas are a lot of work, to put it simply. For such a small dog. No need to tell me. Oh. Obviously, you'll have to be careful about how your cat would respond to having a dog around. If you do have a cat, that is. Coyote got them. Oh no! That's sad. Funny thing is, my warband doesn't know the end goal as well. Yeah, I don't have cat tears. No! Are we waiting to berate you in heaven? You miss them? Aww. Big head pats to you. Do 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 do. Na 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 na. I can do that. And go in like this. No, for head pats. Don't worry, you can just wait. A little bit. I'm a hug conjurer. I've never met a woman taller than me before. Would it be Bonnier? Would what be Bonnier? I'm not a very huggy person, though. Don't like being touched. Makes me feel weird. Let's use this sword. This sword's pointy. Hello, Anthony Charlamopus. Charlamopus, greetings to you. We are currently making a martial with combi weapon and mastercrafted power sword. The sword is from the Dark Angel's Inner Circle companions. What way have they actually stood on the rock? That will help me decide. Are they facing down the rock or facing up the rock? I think they're facing down it. Greek surnames sure are funny to watch people try to pronounce. Charlampus. Charlampus! Charlampu. I don't know Greek. I studied ancient Greek. Not modern Greek. Oh yeah. Maybe that looks weird. I'm not sure. Well, I can re-angle that as much as I need to anyway. So, yeah. So there we go. Gotta go now. Bye-bye, Dr. Smilex. It's nice having you here. Dr. Polis, the guy from the first American attempt at Gods in the Movie.
A second Anthony has hit the stream.
A second Anthony has hit the stream. I think we've had another Anthony before on the stream. Well, not this stream, but, you know, on our streams. We've now got Eternal Otaku as one Anthony. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the hood. The hood just looks so good with a cape. This is getting out of this. Now there's 2 of them. This is getting out of hand. That's a second prequel movie reference I've made today. Or I've seen today. I made this one. It was 200,000 units and 2 million more and 1 million more on the way. That was when basics like how much Warhammer do you have? I'll be right back. Stay safe while I'm gone. Stay safe. Never burn down the Pentagon. Stay safe immediately burns down the Pentagon. I was gone for 5 minutes. What do you mean you burnt down the Pentagon without me? Oh, you wanted to join in? Oh. Sorry about that. That's kind of cool. Actually, that's cool. I like that. We live dangerously. Where Boris is gone. We don't. Cuptle, are you reading that?
Don't stay safe, so we are allowed to let the bakery burn?
No, don't let the bakery burn. Let everything else burn. Just not the bakery. So, is our Marshall looking different enough from the base? I think so. I think you've still got some recognizable attitude to him, but oh, it looks so cool from this angle. Now let's look at the different shoulder pads I've got. Do I have any other cool? Oh, I do have this shoulder pad as well. We've got this shoulder pad with the studs. Because he is a stud. He's a stud. We've got this Ressin's shoulder pad. From that time I got given Ressin's shoulder pad instead of my normal shoulder pads instead of the Terminator ones. I just fell perfectly into place. I like the ones that have the little fabric on them. I think that works well. Just gets a bit in the way, but I guess that doesn't matter when you fix the arm. Yeah, let's keep it plastic. Let's keep it Games Workshop plastic. Oh, yeah. You can still kind of recognize him as the Armageddon captain, but we've made him our own. Ignore the weird blob of green stuff. Yeah, I mean, the weird blob of green... The weird blob of green stuff you can't really see very well anyway, and once it's painted, it'll just be black, so... Or fabric painted the same colour as the fabric. yeah, let's put these other arms away then. What's your favourite model from the box? It's difficult to say. Hi, Talan. We've not finished building everything. We've still got the war boss to build. We've still got the captain to build. Not the captain, and the war track to build. The weird boy looks really cool, but the fact that it's monopose, the same goes for pain boy. For things like the pain boy, the big boss, and the banner knob, the and the weird boy, yeah, they're all monopose, and they're all going to be kits that will be sold by themselves. And we're not sure if there will be a single kit to go with it. Like, we know that the war boss will be sold by itself from the Armageddon box. But we also know that there's going to be a war boss without the Armageddon box. A new one. Which will come with a codex, and that's fine. But we also know that we assume that there's not going to be another new weird boy, same for a pain boy. We assume that there will probably be another big boss eventually, hopefully. And maybe another banner knob. Although I don't hold out any hope for another banner knob, so... That kind of just sets it down, in my opinion. But Darker Rig, we also know it's going to get a separate release. But we don't know if it's going to have an up... They've not said yet if it will have an upgrade kit to it. Because it'll be amazing. If they do release it as a separate box, but do what they did for the Termagants and give it an upgrade set so you can, like, replace the rockets with big shooters or custom Mega Blasters, or replace its big Daco gun with a different Daco gun, that would be great. Same goes for War Track if you can replace, if it's got an upgrade spool to replace some other parts. Like how the Termagants, they're literally the same box from the 5, and they just have an upgrade spool that allows you to swap out for flesh bars for different special weapons and for devourers and spine fists. That just adds a lot of work for the box. So far, out of everything we've built, and the Vanguard Veterans I actually do really like. Now I've got
oh my god, it Cupcat.
Hi, Pac-Man. Now we've got our hands on the Vanguard Veterans, and I really like these guys. The Intercessors were also pretty fun. I just dislike that they just go for the chainsword and bolt pistol rather than giving them a plasma pistol and power fist and stuff. Like, it's nice if they give the sergeants cool weapons in these sort of boxes. And we only got one grenade launcher. You did get at least one guy who's throwing a grenade, so you can always use him as your other grenade launcher. So pretty good. The Arc Boys are definitely super nice for a starter set. Thankfully, it doesn't look like these boys will be sold by themselves. So, yeah. We've not built for War Track, so I can't say much on the War Track. So, yeah, these guys are super nice. The Librarian I've not actually built. He's just sat there doing nothing. I don't know what to do. I might just build him as a Librarian, just to have around. I might just be... I mean, I could easily... I have been thinking about potentially putting my plasmid detachment and not make it Black Templar specific. Oh no, then I can't have my sword buffing if I don't make it Black Templar specific. I don't think I have a single detachment that doesn't have at least one Black Templar unit in that stuff. Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe my Inquisitors, it might be Black Templar successors, but maybe some of their battalions do actually have Psychers in. That could be fun. But yeah, so I've not built him anyway. I'm not sure what my favourite model is. I mean, I really like the Captain. He's not too hard to convert. They really designed him so you can kit bash him a bit with the arms of the heads and stuff, which is actually great about all of the Space Marines in the box set. The vast majority of them are relatively easy to kit bash, like we did with the Vanguard Veterans, who are very fun. But they don't look veteran-y enough, in my opinion, but for starter set, I don't think they're bad at all. I don't want to add too many details onto models or starter sets, so if I do think some of them do have way too many details on. Paint for Librarian in Mentor chapter colours and say he's unknown to a Black Templars. That could be fun. Unfortunately, Deathwatch don't have like a character. There's no psychic characters, you know, in Imperial Agents. You can just add to the Black Templars outside of the Inquisitors. So that's something. I could convert him to have a Thunderhammer in one hand and use him as Cotias. That could be funny. Because, I mean, Cotias is on a 40mm. Oh, no. Cotias is in power armor, isn't he? He has a 3+ armor save. So it could work. He's only toughness 3, though, isn't he? He's not toughness 4. And he's not strength 4, so it'll be very... No, he's very strong, so... I now need to look. What can I do with Cotias? Anything new? Anything announced? No, they're not showing what's coming next week. Inquisitor surfs in Twenge. No, we go down to 11th edition. There we go. Go down to Imperial Agent. What's Cotias like? Yeah, it's only toughness 3. Oh, it's 2+ armor save. Cotias is in for power diaper. Yeah, so that'll be weird to add Cotias like that. There's no actual other like psychic ally I can have. I can have a Grey Knights Terminator squad, but that I can't use Librarian like that. Well, the issue is I can't add Psychers into a Black Templar army at all, as long as I'm either using a Black Templar detachment or a Black Templar unit.
Grandmother, I woke up at 2 AM because my tummy was empty. I went down to take some baguette. I accidentally woke my G.
Your grandmother and the grandmothers make you eat thing is true. You know, the joke that grandmothers always gives you food. Grandmothers, yeah. I never had that. My grandmother was evil though, so it's fine. But don't Dreadnought. Yeah, I'm sad. Look at this, I got 3 apothecaries and 3 lieutenants in the army, and I can't put them both. Hoping the update fixes that. Yeah, don't know what I'm gonna do. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. Yeah, that's got a sword weapon. That one's only Graphish unit. That one's got a sword weapon. And marshals. That one also has a marshal in. This one doesn't, but these are only using First World Horus Heresy models. Mobile battle group has Crusader squads in stealth.
I ate few snack last night.
Oh, you know what you gotta do. You gotta get screwed. I am getting screwed. Guarantee Night Lords as a sorcerer. I could do. Do I have room for a sorcerer in here? I do actually have room for a sorcerer in here. I do. I already have a sorcerer, but that's using for it. I've got a sorcerer on Disc of Sinch, but I don't know what I'm going to do with. It's a Gaunt Summoner. I could put him in a 60mm base and have a second Demon Prince in this army instead of another Forge Fiend. But no, I need that second Forge Fiend so I can convert the second Terrorgeist into a Mauler Fiend. Yeah, I'm using Terrorgeists in this army for the Mauler Fiends. But I'm just going to replace the front limbs, the wings, with the Mauler Fiend front arms. You know, for arms that you'll have to spare if you build the Forge Fiend. So yeah, maybe we could use him as a sorcerer. But we've not built the War Boss yet. So far, honestly, this guy might be my favourite. Oh no, the chaplain is also great. I do love the chaplain model. We built him. I would get him out, but it's going to be annoying to get to him at the moment. I'm glad to see some things transcend borders. Just like, here you go, handed you a piece of bread, and then another, and then another. Oh no. Oh no. You're gonna get stuffed, and then you're gonna get cut. That's like, oh no, the war boss. I am a bit disappointed by how monopose a lot of the arc models actually are in this kit. Like how difficult they are to kit bash. Like the space means super easy to kit bash. You want to replace the head? Go on, replace the head. Super easy. Want to replace the arm? Just cut off a little peg, replace the arm. That's how it goes. For arcs, though, it's like, I want to replace the head. Well, unfortunate for you, the jaw is half on the blooming model. I want to replace the arm. Well, guess what? The arm is molded onto the model. Oh. Yeah, they really do not want you kit bashing.
Misery word of the day, boss. My favorite boss is the one who give me a raise. And also preferably doesn't crump me.
Yeah. You know, I imagine if you work hard as an arc, you beat up lots of people. You beat up the people you're told to beat up. I imagine you would get a raise. You know, arcs are notoriously good bosses. As long as you're working hard for them, as long as you do... Actually, it's more just do what they say. That's all they care about. Do what they say, not as they do. Yeah, this guy's going to be hard to kit bash. I could cut off his hand, replace this big old axe with a different weapon. I don't think I have a good weapon to give him, though. That's the issue. And I got the Master of Executions axe here. I guess that could work. Although it does look very chaosy. I'd have to cut off all those chaos symbols on it. Actually, it wouldn't have to cut them off, but I don't think orcs would actually like that. I've also got this Photon axe, I guess. Well, that's a very small axe comparatively. I've got this Power Claw. But I kind of want to use the cleaving weapon, to be honest. It's not a very big Power Claw either. Yeah. Yeah, okay, the boss is definitely, War Boss is definitely not my favourite model. I'm kind of sad because I don't actually like the head it comes with. I think it looks bad. That sucks that you can't just replace it. I guess I could try finding another head and cut it off at the halfway mark. No, because I'm gonna need for upper jaws. It would have to be one that's screaming. I got an attack squid I can give it, I guess. Unfortunately, but I say it's an attack squid. It's actually from the rough herder. Ah. Yeah, both of your grandmothers cook. I'm not picky, so they love me. I remember my grandmother, when I was very, very little, I didn't know what a couple was. And this is my good grandmother, not the bad one. I mean, she was still kind of bad, apparently. But I asked her if I could have a couple of cookies, and she was like, yeah, you can have a couple cookies. I'm like, okay. And then as soon as I took 3, she was like, no! You said a couple. A couple. I'm like, oh, okay. What does a couple mean? And she says, you know what it means. It means 2. It's like, I didn't know that. Yeah. There we go. I'm just looking at the different bits we've got going on here. Orcs use teeth. Orcs do use teeth. I'm not a big fan of his helmet. I don't think I have an option not to use a helmet. I don't have many head options. I don't have many stuff either though. Now what would happen if I try cutting off this head here? It's got a thick neck underneath it. I could cut it off there. Then like, do I have a spare orc head? I don't have the only big orc head I have is this one. Which could work. I'll carefully cut around here. Good fit this guy onto the stump. You have any plans of which? Yeah, death skulls. Death skulls are my favourite ones. I like looters. Perhaps making a orc looter army. And this was back when you could go, hey, you know this unit here, where it can get upgraded to have rail cannons? Yeah, I'm going to give my orc looters rail cannons as a result. Yeah, they had a rule for orcs, so basically, if another unit in the game can get an upgrade, you can pay the same points to get the exact same weapon on your looters. And because you had your own ballistic skill attached to the model, not to the weapon, it was hilarious. Now, you did need your opponent's agreement if it wasn't a Space Marine Tactical Squad, Devastator Squad, Imperial Guard Heavy Weapon Squad, Imperial Guard Special Weapon Squad, or an Imperial Guard Squad. You could also just steal other people's vehicles. Again, you needed your opponent's acceptance if it wasn't a Lehman Ross, Predator, Rhino, Razorback, or Chimera, I believe. Now, the issue is this head is much worse than this head. In pretty much every regard. I don't want the head that it gives me. I don't want to build it as intended. And sorry, did you just say rail cannons on? Yeah, you could take rail cannons on orcs. Actually, technically, if you look at the looter models, you can actually see rail guns on them. But for old broadside battle suits, back when they had a twin-linked rail cannon on the back of them, that was an upgrade we could get. So you could just give that to your looters and be like, yeah, we're just gonna go. I remember it was an actual mechanic in Dawn of War 1. Orcs can just steal other factions' tanks and stuff. But yeah, oh no, I don't have my looters downstairs. I'm for attic. If you look at the looters, can I find a picture of the looters? Orc looters. You can actually still see a little bit of that on the weapons. Here we go. No, I didn't want that. Open image in new tab. There we go. Nope. Here we go. So that's just a normal orc gun. Normal orc gun. Normal orc gun. That's actually a last cannon or multi-laser. Using as a base. That one, it's a tower weapon. I don't think that's a rail cannon. I think that's some sort of pulse or plasma weapon they've got. But yeah, the orcs literally do have the different weapons. She keeps setting fire. Today is the hottest day ever. I blame Kundra for it. She keeps setting fire to... No, it's not me setting... It's Cuptle setting for fire. I might just support Cuptle. I support Cuptle in Cuptle's actions. Also, I already took the blame for you know, it being so hot. I said Cuptle set fire to the sun. And I know the sun's already on fire, but Cuptle's very good at setting fires. So what we're going to do, we're going to try cutting off this thing here. Is it going to go badly for us? You can bet on it. Conjurer is conjuring fireballs instead of cupcakes lately. It's just being very... No, it's not me. It's Cuptle. Cuptle. Okay, this is actually going to be harder to cut out than I realised it was going to. I might have just ruined the War Boss model. But it's fine. Don't worry about it. The British way of making bad situations worse. Look. Look. Don't question it. I just support Cupton in all of his endeavours. Well, maybe not all of them, but some of them. Don't I, Cupton? Yeah. I'm a good pet cook.
Don't believe her lies. She tells me which houses to burn down. She has all the gasolines in her attic. I will not go quietly. MMMFMMFFFF.
Yeah, Cupton, be quiet. Be quiet, Cupton. Look, I tell you which ones you're allowed to burn down. I don't tell you which ones to burn down. You know. This protection racket, I mean, definitely not protection racket, definitely plays for itself. No, man, it works. Alan is currently drawing in gasoline. I know it's not true, she cannot afford gasoline in this economy. Shh. Why do you think I need the protection racket? You silly Billy. Go forward for gasoline. There you go. New head. Yeah, and we can try changing this weapon if we want to. Like, I've got part of a cannon here. Where's the other part of it? Is that the special? That's the special weapons. By the way, how did Cupcon get the gasoline in this economy? Shh, she conjures it, never mind. Gasoline cupcakes, don't worry about it. I say a lot of just don't worry about it, don't I? Well, don't worry about it. Why are you worrying? No need to worry. Don't worry about a thing. But every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing. 'Cause every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry. Be happy. You just gotta be happy. Do, 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 do. Gasoline gatekeeper, go boss. You understand. Now my magma rail cannon is missing a part of itself. I can't exactly use that. Ooh. I can shoot bullets on this. I mean, it's got the bullets there. We just cut off the barrels. Replace it with a plasma barrel. Yeah. And then the top barrel, we can go with... Not worry about it. 'Cause everyone gonna be alright. I could just go with a burst cannon on it. I think I've already gone for a burst cannon on somebody though. So... let's be more inventive. Okay, got the heavy stubber here. It's good work. Yeah, both about the similar length. If I want it the same length, I'll have to cut it about here. Of course, she works in gasoline cupcakes. She works on Arc Logic. I mean, I am British, as you say. You got oil squigs. You got gasoline cupcakes. So don't worry about it. It just works. As said by God Howard. In the immortal words of God Howard, it just works. So we got big old cannon here. From the Gene Stealer Corps. Which means it's originally from the Imperium. And we just... Where's my big purpose? Take this. Plasma underneath. Maybe I need more green stuff. Could be to like make them rope around for 2 parts. The original ones are roped together. We need to make them feel like death skulls somehow. We need to make these weapons look like they're looted. Not just cobbled together, but look like they're cobbled together from looted bits. And my death skulls are lazy. They're like, If they don't have to build something for themselves, they're not going to build something for themselves. They're going to loot it. Okay, that looks a bit flatfish. Well, that's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Okay, once that's dried, we'll get some green stuff to loop around it. Because if you look at this gun, it's also got the stuff looped around it. We just need some very thin green stuff. And that'll be fine. Big old Paraclaw. Now what are we gonna do for the axe? I do actually have an idea. I've got a Wraith axe over here. That is a lot smaller. And arcs are all about their size. What do we want to do? What other axe heads do I have access to? Not just axes. For axing questions, but what weapon blades do I have? I could steal it from a Tyranid. Oh wait, I found a perfect axe head for him. Do you think this is big enough? Do you think it needs to be bigger? Okay, that might be a bit too big. Okay, a bit smaller. Again, might be a bit too big. Okay, demon blade. An arc with a demon blade. That could work. I mean, actually, that could work. In all honesty. I mean, that is roughly the same size of hand. A little smaller for arcs handers, but still. What questions?
What questions can I ask? Which do I have access to?
Oh my god. So true. So true. Wait, can we give him a bone? Should I give him a bone sword? We can give him a bone sword. He's got a bone sword to pick with you. Okay, that's in the maybe pile. We could have him, you know, whips. Flesh whip. Don't be a sword loser. Ah. Right, any other cool weapons in here? I could go for a hammer. Again, it is a lot. The issue with a lot of these ones is they've very clearly got chaos markings on. If I am to give him like a bone sword, I'd have to like find other parts to put. Ooh, wait a minute. Bone sword. Put it inside something like this. It's like being powered up. Ooh, the only complaint I have about major minis, and honestly anything I get outside of the United States, is generally its package and tracking is non-existent. It just appears at my door eventually. Oh no. That's not fun. I understand that fear though.
Use a Tyrannid head as a hammer. You have to get a head of the competition.
Oh, I could do that. Do I have a good Tyrannid head to use? I don't know if I do. Nothing in the same size. If I do use a Tyrannid thing though, this is where I'm going to have to, you know, kit bash extra bits and pieces to it. To try and give it some archy fatness to it. I do have this Tyranid head. Not sure of how that will work. Could put it on a backpack, I guess. Like, so that wire goes up to here. Now that's meant to be more fuel, but if I cut that piece off and place it with like the Tyranid head sticking out of it, so it's like it's using the power from dead Tyranids. Ooh, and then cut off the banner and replace it with like this bit here. Ooh, that could be good. So it looks like it's trying to use Tyranid power to work. Or I could just go straight up for somebody, know. A Death Dread weapon. Don't think that one would be a good one though. Big shooter. Could you give a big shooter to one of these orcs, actually? Actually, no point, because I'm going to use it, get the introductory set. And use a big shooter from there. Ow. Dream of Aid! Oh my gosh, sorry, we're going through a bit spots. I apologise. Hi, Briar. Hi, Paladin Stem. Hi, Flash. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Big love hearts to you all. I'm Cupcake Conjuring, name and profession. This is bear noise. A bear got thrown at me. Don't laugh about that. You're the one who threw it. Cupcake Conjuring, name and profession. First name Cupcake, second name Conjurer. And I conjure cupcakes. How y'all doing? How was your stream? Make sure you're hydrating and you're eating foods and stuff. And make sure you're getting some good rest. We're going for a bits box, trying to find a way to replace this axe with something cool. What we're thinking is taking this organic sword from a Tyranid, putting this around it. And what do we do on the other side? I'm trying to look for a piece to put on the other side. So, is she? We got a big old bits box. Ooh, that's actually a good bit. This bit. That's, oh no, that's a faceplate. Wait. Did I give him a faceplate? Oh, wait. Oh, it could be cool. Like, he's got this thing he can put over his face. He's got a little rebreather and stuff. And we can have it like up. Oh no, maybe. I don't like how that looks at the moment.
Update on the painting competition I entered. I didn't make it past the first round. Only slightly annoyed maybe.
Ah. Well, better luck next time. I had almost every painting competition I ever entered. I didn't make it past the first round either. Even get honourable mentions or anything. I eventually won one though. So hold out hope for yourself. It's like dressing up our Barbies or something. It is very similar to that. We're playing dress-up games with our little arky models. Ooh, nah, that's a corn shoulder pad. Every so often, I think I find a cool bit, but then it's too chaotic to use. I got flamethrowers. Nah, it's not good. Ooh, what is this thing? It's a piece of a towel leg. A battle suit leg. No. Con. Effie Vulture. Nah. Just the ramshackly bits. That's what I need. Ramshackly bits. Elder bits won't work here. Cow bits won't work here. Ooh, this could work. Just a random piece like that on this side. Or like that. Just go in. Donk. Yeah. Okay. Okay, need to. Ow. My legs. Painful. Okay, we got bits.
Egg.
No, don't egg. It's a lot of 5,000. Is she gonna win? Is she good? Cherry? And Cherry, she got some monies. She got some sprinkles. How much? How much sprinkles is that? Yippee! Fortnite and cola. Yippee! It's not Inquisitor Muffin. Tell Raya how much she won. Inquisitor Muffin? Oh, is it broken again? I don't know how much cherries are. Like, is that 40%? Is it 50%? Is it 200%? You won something. 3 cherries would be 1 times. Okay, so Raya gets her monies back. I'll give you your monies back, Raya. So you get back what you put in. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Add sprinkles at Raya 5,000. There we go. Money! Yeah, Raya gets sprinkles. Yeah. Sometimes the gamba breaks like that. Thankfully, we've got the gamba addicts like Anthony over here to tell us what's what. He knows my gamba mechanics better than I do. So, bone sword goes into here. Let's cut down this as best we can from this angle. Just flatten it into here. There we go. So we can go and be like dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. Sword gets plugged in. Sword gets plugged in. Yeah. It's a bit rough looking, but it's fine. Because we can go donk. Malmal is here. Hello, Malmal. There we go. How are you doing? So there we go. We got our bone sword. We got our Tyranid bone sword all arched up with a little exhaust on it and a handle. Then we can put off this here. Who needs a chain axe? I've got a bone sword to pick with you. I'm gonna make the same jokes over and over again until one of you laugh. Because I can go here, right? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, just a bit here. Like that, like that. Yeah. I'm an eat bride. Go and sleep, Fire. Make sure you get some good sleeps. You've had a long streaming day. Yeah. You have returned. Oh wait, Briar is here? Briar is here, yeah! Even if you're struggling to type a name out. She is here. And she is... Fear. She is Fear! There we go, you'll likely dip soon. You'll likely dip. Dip yourself in ketchup! Yeah! Have a good evening, don't melt too late. I'm melted. Oh my gosh, that's bright again. Like, every time the sun comes out from behind the clouds, it's like, let's make everything extraordinarily bright. And then the sun goes behind the clouds again and everything gets dark again. It's like, what the heck is... You do say bread would give me. No, we don't have any bread here. Bread mare. Bread mare. Briar doesn't have any bread. Briar does not like bread. Briar said she hates bread. And that's a Briar fact. I made that up, by the way. But unless Briar, who's probably already going to sleep, says anything about it, I'm going to assume it's that. No, dropped it. I dropped the thing. Wait, where'd it go? There we go. Red is nice. No! Briar mare means a female horse, so Briar mare is an Uma Musume. Yeah, this is the joke we've been saying forever about Briar. Is that she's meant to be a dream VTuber like Nightmare. But we're just like, mare, horse! Horse! Briar's a horse. But that's why whenever I play RimWorld, I always name a horse Briar Mare or Brian Mare. No! No! Briar, you need to get a horse model so we can turn you into a horse. Like how people turn me into a cup cat. You make fun of Briar. No. Nay. Good night. Good night, Briar. Getting cup-catted. So mean. Now you can pet the cat. Once the cooldown finishes. You got 27 seconds. Probably less. Probably over now. We're just mixing some green stuff up. Just a tiny amount to wrap around the gun. So we got a cool bone sword in the end. Maybe I should also do some wrapping up here. No! No! I'm being head-patted. Everyone's trying to head-pat me. If Horse Briar lives beside Cupcon, she's going to be her neighbour. It's true. It's true. You were first. I like how as soon as I get turned into a cupcat, everyone's like, head pat, quick. They're getting about cooldowns. It's yours. It's yours. Maybe. On a Tuesday morning. Your head patting a cat. On a Tuesday morning. You want a head pat a cat. Eggy. We don't have an egg counter here. For Briar, we just turn her board and then head pat. Yeah. Maybe one day we can get Briar mare for horse. Maybe one day we can convince her to spend an exorbitant amount of money on a horse model, similar to how I spent an exorbitant amount of money on a cat model. You guys better appreciate. the effort I put into these things for you guys. For your mems. There we go. We've got like rope around it now. That's good. You do. Nice. I mean, if you didn't, we'd riot. I know what I should have done. I should have put on my phone. I should have made it a goal on my phone. You know, like a crowd GoFundMe thing. But it would have got funded in like 5 minutes. Cupcat model. And then I would have had more money for more Warhammer. There we go. There we go, just squeezing out this thing. Once again, it's this right here. Sorry if you can hear a lawnmower. There we go. So that's also got a bit of a rope around it now. I hope it fit in. But yeah, that looks cool, I think. That helps sell the illusion that it's meant to be. Oh no, my hay fever. Oh gosh. Once people start mowing their lawns, I hate if it just throws pollen into the air. Okay, I'm gonna have to mute so I can blow my nose. There we go. Honestly, it's probably a bit of a placebo effect there, or de-placebo. Although the lawnmower's been there for a little while. It's only just now that you'll be able to start hearing it, because it was out around the other side of the house. Well, it's a lot quieter. Yeah, okay, so this is pretty simple the way it all attaches. So at least our war boss, the war boss has been a lot harder to kit bash and convert than the captain. But it is still possible. It's just harder. There we go. So the arm would go here. It's going to require a little bit of force, but shouldn't be. Oh no, it's no mind. It's not too bad. So there we go. He's got his big old sword up like that. That's nice. Let's get his leg on. Then his other weapon goes here. There we go. It's not been too bad. We could cut off the old head. We could add another head. We could cut down the gun to... There we go. So let's look. Let's just do a dry fit off a banner pole. So it fits roughly here. Okay, so it is pretty flat on the back. Pretty low down rather. So trying to put this part on in place of it will be a bit difficult. It'll also be a bit low down. Yeah. You know what? We'll just stand it up a little. We'll get it onto its base first, I think. Oh, I need to get the attack squig on it. Oh, forgot about that. I wonder if they're ever gonna sell, you know, just squigs by themselves again. That would be cool. Look at the size of that boy. Very cool model you put together. Thank you. He's not going to be the war boss of my clan because my Death Skull tribe is led by a Big Mac. Oh no! Oh, and it snapped. Trying to put it in. Okay, if I push it down even further, there we go. Okay, it just about fits on. There we go. Oh, that did not go well. That wasn't fun at all. It's not going to be the actual boss of the clan. That job is for the Big Mech, Guldak and Mech Ripper. This guy's going to be someone indebted to Guldak and Mech Ripper, I think. No, don't worry about it, it's fine. That's a great thing about these push fits. I'm surprised about how weak connection this leg is though. Like, I don't think that would stay together if you don't glue it. Gotta get the sword back on him though. Oh gosh, that was way too much glue for it, but it's fine. The issue is the sword was annoying to put together. And now it's got green stuff on, gotta make it more annoying. There we go. I'll just leave it like that for a little bit. So yeah, Guldak and Mech Ripper, Big Mech in Mega Armor. He's the boss. This guy's indebted to Guldak and Mech Ripper. And also, Guldak and Mech Ripper has all the best stack and weapons and stuff. So, you don't mess with Guldak or Mech Ripper. Even if you're bigger and tougher than him. I like the idea that Guldak and Mech Ripper is, he's actually very good. Orcs are not very subtle. It's very easy to tell when an orc is lying if you understand orcs and you bother paying attention. Thankfully for most orcs don't really pay enough attention to the subtleties of, you know, how an orc acts and behaves. So they're not, and most orcs don't bother trying to be tricky and lying and stuff like that. But Goldak and Mechrippus become paranoid because he knows he's not the biggest and the toughest, but he still wants to be in charge. So he's got very good at trying to read and understand other orcs. One, so he can fight them better. And two, so he knows when an orc's going to threaten him before it actually threatens him, meaning he can shoot it dead on the spot, just in case. Sometimes he's probably wrong, but he doesn't know how often he's wrong, because orcs don't get back up after you blow them into tiny pieces. Proper cunning. Yeah, he's a proper cunning boss. And he doesn't care that it makes him look a bit cowardly, because no orc of a right mind is still going to go against him when he will blow them to pieces. Oh no. That actually did hit him enough to... Got a big old crack in his neck now. Oh, and it's probably dried now since I only just noticed. Okay. Well, I can put pressure on it to get it together. So if we put glue on it. Only the snashiest shooters and the shiniest gubbins. True. True. Yeah. Also, Death School warbands are not famed for being, you know, proper orky. Other orcs don't really trust them because they're more interested in looting and stealing than fighting. And that's not proper orky if you ask most orcs. But they respect mark and cunningness. Maybe not as much as the blood axes do, but that's being a smart git. Yeah, being a smart git. So he has multiple bosses and stuff that might be bigger than him. As far as big mechs go, he's very big and he's very tough. Because we made him from an orc mega boss. But as far as war bosses go, he's a bit on the small side. Especially with the 11th edition war bosses out. There we go. So, we want to cut off this bit here and put a Tyrannid head there. Because that's where it's getting its power. From Tyrannids. Now, I don't know if it's modelling to our advantage to get rid of a banner, so I can put some worry gubbins on it. That's just where he's getting his power from. How else is he meant to power his chopper made from Tyrannid bits? Oh my gosh. How do you think the hive mind would act to something like this? Let's say that thing is being kept alive so it can power the sword. How would that, like, if it got reconnected to the hive mind, what the heck would happen there? I could not chop off the banner and instead, yeah, it could work. Chop off this bit here. And attach it like, it's like a little cap here. There we go. Okay, cut off a little cap. Where is it? There we go.
Stinky Cuppycon.
I'm not stinky. Bye, chat. Bye-bye, Denizen of Misery. I hope you get some good sleeps. Okay, so this goes on like more glue. More glue. Good night, good night, good night. I hope you become a denizen of sleep, you feel. Oh no, my nose. Being mean to me again. Ah, my nose! Ah! Alright. There we go. So he's got some gubbins on the back like that. Although his head moved into a bad place. Now not on properly. The gubbins are falling off. Fine. It'll be fixed. It'll be fixed later. Maybe I should have put green stuff here. If the head fit better. Okay, there you go. Now I need to put the gubbins back on the back. Yeah, there we go. A war boss. He's a right big git, is this war boss. Who will win in a fight though? A cool marshal. odd a new war, but I think the Marshal would absolutely dominate for war boss, if I'm entirely honest with you. He's getting what? How many attacks would he get? 8 lethal hits. Hitting on 2s. Strength 5. Against toughness, probably 6. So wounding on 5s at that point. But he does have his lethal hits to go through as well. No, he crits on 5s as well. So 8 attacks, this gets him roughly 3 automatic wounds against him. Then what? Another wound going through, so it's looking at but instantly just 4 damage against him. Do orcs have, does a war boss have a 4+ or 5+ invulnerable? We don't know what the new codex is going to give him. Okay, what's coming next week? Claim for Old World of a new... Oh, the new core set's coming out next week. For literally the week after the preview. Oh my goodness. But they didn't really give you much chance, did they, to decide if you wanted them. Are the new made-to-orders also coming with the Orc Raiders? The new Mercenary Ogres? Proper British gets these guys. Oh, the new Baby Dragons. Lord of the Rings got... Are they new Riders of Rohan? It might be. Huh. Rohan Commanders in plastic. Hill Tribesmen. Ooh, a new Dawn. Dawn of War, White Dwarf focus. An interview with a director for a Dawn of War game. Oh, an Old World Battle Report. That's cool. Flames of Betrayal. The Siege of Terror. Matorion versus Garrow Knight of Grey. Which is a former Death Guard Legionnaire come face to face with Matorion during the Siege of Terror. You know, considering only one of these survives into 40k, I think I know who will win. It's this guy. It's cool. Matorion, I don't think he's in 40k. Yeah, he gets beaten up. Oh, Law Masters. Law Masters. Delayed in Korea, not available in Korea. Delayed in Australia, New Zealand, and Japan. I'm always getting the delays. Why is something not being available in Korea? White Dwarfs is delayed in these places. The made to order isn't available in Korea for whatever reason. And the card packs, General's Companion, are both delayed in Korea. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this set looks amazing though. I am tempted by it, but I am in my saving money phase. And I don't want to cafe an army. Yeah. Oh, but it's got dice in it. It's got the rulebook. I don't have the Old World rulebook. Oh. Oh, it's exciting. It's exciting stuff. Oh yeah, how doesn't what does an Orc War Boss have? For speedsters. Orc War Boss. War Boss. Uctatiflus. Yeah, he's called Uctatiflus. That's why he's working for a big mech. But he's got no teeth. Oh no, it doesn't tell me if the invulnerable saves over here, does it? Uctatiflus War Boss. This will tell me 5+ invulnerable save. Yeah, they don't have a 5. They don't have a 4+. So that means 3 wounds. No, 4. So that means 1 will be passed on average. That means you get 2 2/3 through times 2. 5 1/3 wounds. And a Warboss is like 6 wounds, right? Yeah. The Warboss in turn, with his big chopper as it is now, will hit on 2s, wound on 2s, but then we'll get a 3+ armor save against it. Yeah, the Warboss doesn't stand a chance against a Marshal. Like, seriously, no chance at all. Like, and I know the new Warboss is a bit better. It's a bit better. And it's like, where is the Marshal? So this is who he's gonna be. It's gonna be this guy. Yeah. So where is it? 7 attacks, base 6, then 5 AP -2, damage 2, lethal hit. Crits on 5, so it means on a 5+ he automatically wounds when rolling to hit. And he gets +1 extra attack for each enemy in each enemy unit. That's within engagement range of him to a maximum of +3. He also has a better armor save. Oh no, it'd be down to 4+ armor save, yeah. 4+ invulnerable save. It's just way better. Oh, there he is. Yeah, and he can have a combi weapon. Yay! Very good. Oh, we got for old world car set. So this is a very good, but I don't know how expensive it's going to be. It does have a hardback rulebook. It does have got rules, accessories, and miniatures. So if we're going to have a new rulebook that's being revised as well, that will be separately. Battle March Companion. Play small-scale battles in the world of legend. This book features rules of smaller games of Warhammer Old World, along with 6 narrative examples. Ooh, that sounds fun. Common magic items. Law of Magic reference card pack. Oh. It does seem that the Old World is mostly focused on Cafe, Chaos, and Tomb Kings, with a little bit of Bretonia thrown in there. Just with where all the new models are going, where all the artwork is featured. Oh, the new rulebook has the Chaos Dragon on it. Ooh, it's also got the Norscan shield on it, and the Caffeine shield, I think, as well. Yeah. If we look at the old world book, it's actually, if we're still selling it, for about, I've stopped selling it now. All rules. Okay, this is where you can see some of the. So you see, it's got those 2 things that didn't used to have the dragons on them. And it's got the extra shields on, which is cool. If we compare the 2. The art's also being updated. But yeah, new stuff looks cool. Not gonna get it though. I need to not spend money every time Games Workshop releases a new model. That's what my therapist says. So here we go. Here's the Warboss. He looks cool. He looks big. He looks tough. And there's our Marshal. Oh, our Marshal has gone full edgelord. Okay, what else are we looking at over here? Oh yeah, War Track. Not built for War Track. Let's build that while we're here. The sword is a bit derpy. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it's the last model we need to build. Okay, let's look. Let's go by piece 1. That will help. We go piece 1, then piece 2, then piece 3. So this is like the engine block. So war track is basically just a bike in how it's going to be used. It looks like it's going to be able to attach to bike squads like the ATV can, which is cool. Or you can run it around by itself, which is also cool. There we go. These 2 bits go together. Then we look for piece 3. That's 11, that's 10, that's 4, that's 3. Okay, we got for wheels next. Although I think these 2 wheel bits are just both sides of the same wheel. 2 sides of the same coin. Wait, has anyone ever said 2 sides of the same wheel? Look, if I ever write a book now and it's got somebody who likes cars or bikes or something, like a mechanic, that's what they're going to say instead of 2 sides of the same coin. Like 2 sides of the same wheel, you know. But sometimes one side can be a little bit more worn. A bit worn down, you know. Okay, piece 5 is here, piece 6 is there. Again, I hope the war track release has a way of replacing the rockets or something else. I mean, I personally prefer the rocket launchers every time I get an opportunity to give my characters a rocket. Oh my gosh, this piece is so fragile there. It's hard to cut out without damaging it. Every time I have an option to give an orc a rocket, I'm like, yes, take that rocket. Take the big boom boom explosion thing. I don't know if machine guns are more orky or rockets are more orky. Yeah, this is very fragile connection there, very hot, very easy to break and bend it when cutting it out. Okay, so let's glue this here like that. Then we want to probably glue this here, I imagine. Yeah. I like how neatly he's been cut in half. It's kind of hilarious. So this goes here like that. Then we just glue the other side on in the exact same way. But opposite. Yeah, I don't have any war bikes. I plan to get the new war bikes once they finally release them. Okay, so we're on to 7 next. That's 9, which I thought would be next. 7 is the over front. Then 8 is the head. Ooh, we can replace the head. Let's look for the spare heads that we have out here and find something from it. So this bit goes, ooh, at the front there. Yeah, I'm still not using instructions. thankfully starter sets really don't need instructions. This is looking cool. And ooh, that's a cool looking head. So let's flip off these little bits over here. Let's get the knife on it. Knife just here. There we go. Then could I put this head on it? Getting a bit warm again in here. Might have to turn my air conditioner on soon. Yeah, would this head fit? No, no exercise. It's a handcam stream. Yeah, so we can do that. And we've got a gas mask. Get gas mask, bruh. Okay, no, the gas mask definitely does not want to fit here. That's fine. Okay, that's a knob head. That's fine. Mech boy head. With a Dakovic. Oh, that might fit. Not really. Oh, that's a grot head. Nah. Okay, we'll give him this head. I mean, it is a nice head anyway. He looks like the frog from Crazy Frog. Have you seen the Crazy Frog thing? Ring, 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 ring. Ring, 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 ring. Oops, wrong. Right. Okay, focus. Focus. There we go. There he is. Looks like a Crazy Frog. Now that goes back to ancient times. Although it's a memory still seen the wild every so often. Less so. It was a different time. Okay, 10 and 11 on it. It's surprising, Smith, that the war track is on the same base as the land speeder is. Also, it surprises me that the land speeder is in both the introductory set and the starter set. I was kind of not expecting that. But it's nice because the Ballista's Dread was never in those starter sets. And you did have a Psychophage for Tyranids, although that was a bit underwhelming once you actually figured out how it worked. It was like, oh, that's kind of boring. No. Yeah, it looks cool. I like that. Yeah. Well, it looks like something Batman would have. I'm a bit sad about how symmetrical arcs currently are. Like, arcs should not be as symmetrical as they currently are. Okay, can anyone find piece number 12 here? Oh, it's a track! And 13 is the piece of track goes on to. You know, I think Games Workshop is in their half-track phase. Like they brought back the war track, which is basically just a half track. Like wheel tracks. Like tracks. They gave us the Centaur as a half track. Okay, I'll just throw glue on this thing then. There we go. Then we want 17 and 16. What? So we got 13, 14 is next then. Then we want 15. I don't know where 15 is. Okay, where would this go? I'm imagining back here, like that. But maybe the other way around, so like this. No, I think that's the underside. Oh. Maybe it's like that. I don't know. Okay, maybe 15 will help us with that. Oh, 15 is just a random bar. Can you pass the bar? I think 15 just goes here somehow. Wait, no, I know where it goes. 15 goes here. Like that. Yeah. And 16 and 17 are the other side of that. I just realised when people say the other side of a tracks, it comes from when, you know, train tracks run through cities, and as a result, it acts like a massive barrier between two halves of the city. And as a result, people would literally be from the other side of the track. That seems simple in hindsight, but something I only just realised. Although, that being said, it might not be referring to that. It might be referring to something completely different. And now, for something completely different. I think it goes like that. Maybe not. Maybe it goes more like this. Oh, but no, I think I know where it goes. I think it goes like this. There we go. It goes like this. Yeah. Okay, I'm a genius. I worked it out. Okay, before we put the two pieces together, we need to find piece 18. Okay, I found piece 19. I'm gonna snap this piece off. Okay, it's 19, that's 21, that's 20, that's 27, 18. Here we go. I was expecting it to go between the two tracks, but it doesn't. It goes on top. I imagine. These two bits fit like that. That bit fits there. This bit, as the result, goes like that. Oh! Oh my gosh, this looks like the Cataphon Breachers and Destroyer tracks. Like, it's almost identical. What the heck? Maybe if I stole it from the Cuptle from Breaches. Do you think orcs prefer AdMech tech or normal guardsman tech and space marine tech? Like, we know they love bolters. We know they love big boomy things, but AdMech tech usually isn't very big. It's very destructive, but it's not. Doesn't often get accompanied by big booms. Like, when you fire it, it's not going boom, 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 boom. Like an auto cannon. Okay, what do we want? This goes here. This goes like that, I imagine. Yeah, I think it goes like this. So where would this go? Not like that. Not there. Okay, I don't know where this goes. 21 is like a trigger. I imagine it goes like this. "22 is an orc body. "23 is orc legs. I think the rockets go on that side, so this goes like that, probably. Okay, so that fits like this. Oh, he's got a little shooter on him. That's cool. Wait, does this not have a twin-linked big shooter at the front? I expected it would do enough for him to fire. What? Maybe we could go... No, I'd want to go there. Okay, 25 goes on his back. this piece would go like this. That seems simple enough to work out. Right. Right. Okay, it goes like that. Let's just cut off this little bit here. I think it got bent when I was trying to put it on. So let's just get another way this peg. So this bit wants to go okay, maybe this bit was meant to go on first. Okay, what the heck? How? I'm so confused. So does this bit? No. Does this bit have a thing for it? No. I guess it's not a hole for this. This bit feels like it's meant to go like this. I mean, I could try put it under, but it doesn't go under. It's got a big old shoulder pad on it. Oh wait, I get it. It's a double shooter he's got on it himself. These two bits go like... Ah, that's why there's a big old gap. Because I only had half the arm attached. That makes a lot of sense. So now... There we go. Perfect. 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 Yeah. See, it's okay. The instructions. What I said earlier about not needing instructions, and it's a starter set, so the instructions, you don't need them. Maybe I was being a bit facetious. Maybe I did the entire thing of, digging your own grave. But there we go. We got an arc here. We gave him the mech head. And this goes... We got 2 rockets. This bit very clearly goes onto this bit like that. That's upside down. No, it goes this way. Yeah, it goes like that. Yeah, now this shouldn't be too hard of a weapon to replace with like a big shootery thing. Or custom Mega Blaster. You just basically put your custom Mega Blaster through. I'll just replace that front grill bit with the way it attaches to here. So an upgrade sprue would definitely be very possible with this box. Chat disconnected. Oh no. There you go. Bunch of rocket. We're not really kit bashing this one at all. Which is fine. We don't need to. There we go. Need to wipe my nose. Darn hay fever. So this goes onto, I imagine here. Like that. I'm not going to glue that bit. Partly because I want to be able to take it apart to paint it easier. Oh, this bit goes onto him. Like that. I think. It's upside down. I don't know. Oh, I had it upside down. Yeah, and it then attaches like that. Oh, okay, that makes some more sense. Yeah, so we can glue these bits in. It goes together nicely like that. So painting it like this is fine. I want to be able to take it apart so I can, you know, paint the guy on the back easier. We'll just have that squidge on here. Honestly, I wouldn't mind more push, and also you can reposition him. You can change who he's going to shoot at. And then I'll probably... I wouldn't mind more push-fit models like that, where it's purposely designed so that you can friction fit it. So that you can take it apart when it comes to painting. I think more boxes could definitely do with that sort of thing, where certain hard-to-paint bits, where it tells you to do it sub-assembly. Well, you know, most people want to build and play with their models first. Okay, so we got one sprue I need to cut bits off, 2 sprues I need to cut bits off. Okay, there we go. There we go. And there's a wall track. And that's it. That's Armageddon done. I'm going to finish baking for boys off stream. So yeah. Will this just come off? It will. So yeah, when it comes to painting, I'll take it to pieces. A lot of ARC kits you kind of need to do sub-assembly though, to be honest. We don't need to, but it definitely helps. It would be how to paint otherwise. There we go. Yeah. Oh, Quad Track's really cool. We barely kit bashed this, we just changed his head, that's it. Now we don't need to kit bash it any more than that. It's fine as it is. The War Boss, I think, was easier to kit bash than expected once I started, but it definitely isn't a smooth kit bash operation. I might need to still get some green stuff and fill in these issues here. I might not do that. I might not be bothered. As always, the Space Marine half of a box, really easy to kit bash. And obviously I've got lots of spare bits for it. He's just so cool in the end. I didn't expect him to look this cool. I feel like we definitely did an improvement on him. Now, that is a bit of an arm difficult, but I like the fact, a bit of an arm difficult. That arm is a bit difficult. But I like the fact that rather than building the arm into the shoulder pad, they made the arm and the shoulder pad separately. That way you could cut away the arm and replace it with a different arm. That was a very nice design choice. Maybe it was purposeful. They knew people would want to kit bash. Maybe it wasn't. Now for arts, very clearly, these ones very clearly designed to kit bash and customize to some extent. The War Boss doesn't feel that way. Although they did do a nice thing with some of the heads. Like all of the heads in these kits for the normal Orc boys. This head you can interchange with this guy if you want to. The normal Orc boy heads, and anything Orc boy sized, they all have the same head connection, or at least the same shape. So you can easily mix and match them by just cutting some of the prongs off. Which I very much like. But it's very possible that the same people who were like in charge of kit bashing one part again, not kit bashing, in charge of making sure like one bit was kit bashable, weren't the same people in charge of other parts. Like there's definitely some bits where I feel like the design is a bit hard. It makes it very difficult to kit bash, like the arms on some of these Vanguard veterans with a shoulder and arm being built into the chest piece. The way the arc and knob heads are fixed, so the bottom half of the jaw is on the model itself. Again, not easy to kit bash. So I would have liked the Dakovic to be easier to kit bash as well. I mean, it wasn't too hard. Would have been nicer for the weapons to be easier to swap out. It wasn't too hard to swap out. Like, if a front half of a gun was made in more pieces, so that way I didn't have to do an incredibly rough trying to cut off the front half of a gun so I could attach the front half of a different gun onto it. Would have been nice. But again, the way that the gun is designed on the Dakovic makes me feel like with just an upgrade sprue, you could swap out the gun. Same goes with its weapon rack here, and the same goes with this weapon rack here. It feels very easy to just add an upgrade sprue, have a couple of different heads in it. Maybe have a different arc body to go on the back so you don't have to have the guy with an axe. And then just like two different weapons, a big shooter array and a custom mega blaster array. Or Scorcher would be... Actually, Scorcher and big shooter would be amazing because that's for old war track weapons. Scorcher is basically heavy flamer for arcs. So that would have been nice. But if you enjoyed the stream, I hope you enjoyed. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give me a like. If you didn't, give me a like. Next week we're going to get back onto painting because these guys over here really need some painting done. And I'll probably, because they're quite bright, I'll be able to lower the exposure on my camera a little more. So we got 3 painting streams in a row. Then we're getting back to Rogue Trader, Mechanicus 2, and on Sunday, I'm not sure what I'm going to do on Sunday. I'll decide closer to the time, probably on Thursday. That's when I make my thumbnails of the last 3 days of the week. Oh, we didn't give him his blooming attack squig. Oh, actually, maybe I'll find a squig online. I'll buy one on Etsy. We're at the end of the month, so in a few days. So yeah, I'll look on around on Etsy and find some stuff. I know I need to get some more capes on Etsy for my Black Templars because I'm starting to run out. I've got way more sword weapon and other stuff to make. Actually, no, the sword weapon are fine. It's like other veterans and sergeants and stuff. I need more capes for them. What else do we have going on? I need to get more shoulder pads and stuff on my Black Templars. I can buy the actual ones on eBay from the upgrades boo. It's much cheaper buying the shoulder pads on eBay than it is doing other stuff. I can't remember words. I forget words. Oh, I didn't give him this thing, did I? Oh yeah, then it is just buying for upgrades boo. For upgrades boo is expensive. But it's because you get so many of a bit. Ah, nah, it doesn't look cool with this thing on. Thinking maybe put it up there, but nah. Nah. Wanna be in front of your face? Wanna be in front of... Nah. No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll give it to someone else. Got half an orc head here we could use. Actually, we could cut up that bit off and put on someone's... Wait. He's killed an orc! He's already killed one orc war boss. Orc war bosses are apparently going to be much better in the new codex. What is the current stats for an orc war boss according to the Armageddon box? I don't think it's too different. There we go. Chopped off head of an orc war boss. Where is it? There it is. I got the data cards of the Armageddon box. We can check out the orc war boss stats. Captain. Let's turn off that light. Captain. Yeah. Okay, Orc War Boss. It's toughness 5. What the heck? Okay, it's only toughness 5. He's got 6 wounds though. He's got a 5+ invulnerable save. While the war is active, he gets +4 attacks. He gets 6 attacks normally, so he is stronger. The chopper is stronger. It's got 1 more point of strength, 1 more point of AP, 1 more attack. So if he's on the war, and he gets +1 on his hit rolls, but he already hits on 2s. He'll get 10 attacks. Hits on 2s, roughly about 8 hits, just over. Wounds on 2s. Down to about 7. 6 or 7. Oh yeah, it's basically who strikes first. Who strikes first? Yeah. Anyway, we'll put these away. So I meant to be ending the stream and I keep just getting distracted. Why am I always getting distracted by everything? You know, orcs don't seem that big when next to a space marine until you put them next to a skeleton. The skeleton's got the bigger axe though. How big are they next to these marine equivalents? Neutron laser to the face. A neutron laser hits as hard as the last cannon, and the last cannon hits as hard as it sounds. But thank you for coming to the stream. Big love hearts to you all. Remember to work hard but play harder. Lord Grandmaster. Lord Grandmaster. Hey. Hey. Thank you for good to stream. Remember to work hard but play harder. Take care of yourselves, be kind to others and vice versa. Eat good food. Eat good food, sleep well, dream of cupcakes, but don't eat for cupcakes as if it's not food. Goodbye, everyone. Love you all, and don't forget to like the stream. How do I end again? This one. Yeah, smash. Oh, look how pretty that is. Love you all. Are you building the Armageddon bots? Yeah, we just finished building the Armageddon bots. The Armageddon War Boss, converted. The Armageddon Captain, converted. The Armageddon War Trap. We replaced his head. The Vanguard Veterans. The Orc Boys. Yeah. The Knob. We gave him a different axe. It's a different axe, right? I think so. Yeah, because we replaced his hand. That was it. And yeah, this is one of our Vanguard veterans we replaced. Yeah. But thank you for coming to the stream. If you want to see how that went, you can always go back and watch the old streams. Basically, every stream this week has just been building different parts of the Armageddon box set. And now we're finished. Yeah. And when it cools down, I'll get on to actually painting them. I also want to get a different painting thing. Smash again. Bye-bye. Love you all.